Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv Tomar. I am an intern at Lexis and Company. Now today in this video we are going to learn about labor law, and all of you must not have been aware about what is labor law. Why do we need it specially? Most of the people who are laborers, they don't know about their rights. So today we are going to discuss all of that. Now, starting with the video, what is labor law and why we need it? So the labor law acts as a tool to promote worker empowerment as well as a worker protection. Now it regulates individual and collective employment. Now other relevant legislations include that constitutional law, the civil code, the criminal code, as well as substantial ILO conventions. Now labor law aims to correct the imbalance of power between the worker and the employer. Now, to prevent the employer from dismissing the worker without a good cause, to set up the preserve and the process by which the workers are recognized as equal partners in the negotiation about their working conditions, extra, etc. So, these were the reasons why labor law was introduced. Now, labor law aims to prevent a race to the bottom by placing restrictions on them. Now, especially the restrictions on the contracting partners and the freedom to contract on whatever terms they wish, and setting minimum standards for their safety and for the safety of their pay. Now, labor law also regulates the labor market. The country may choose to put legislations in place of setting maximum or minimum limits on wages or working hours, or either normally or nationally or in a particular sectors or industries. Labor law can be placed even on a larger scale as well as on a small scale also. Now we will be discussing that what are the major themes of labor law. So first of all, we would be discussing the productive work and adequate earnings, as the earnings should be according to the work they are doing. Now minimum wage, regular and timely payment of their wages, the overtime compensation, or the overtime payment, or the compensation for the night work, which should be a little extra, or for the weekend work, and also for the holiday work. The second should be the decent working hours. Now, being a laborer, it doesn't mean that one should be working 24 hours or whenever the employer wants. There should be a fixed amount of working hours. So, and secondly, there should be paid annual leaves, maximum hours of work which is other than the limits of overtime hours. They shouldn't be included in that. And secondly, compensatory holidays for working on weekly and public holidays also. Now, considering labor, there should be an employment security. It doesn't be like that one day a labor has work and the next 10 days he doesn't have any sort of work, which will affect his family and himself. Now, provision on a written statement of particulars at the start of employment, hiring with fixed term contract workers for permanent tasks, length of probation period, notice requirements, and the most important is servants' pay. So, uh, these all should be done, and a valid contract should be made between the employer and the labor. The fourth point we will be discussing is combining work and life. Now, all the people, even if it's a labor, it's an employer, if it's a common man, it's a businessman, it's a job person, we all have family responsibilities. So, for laborers also, and for their family responsibilities, paternity leave should be there, parental leave should be there, and there should be flexible time options. Now, in maternity protection, maternity leave should be there, free medical care, salary during their leaves, because being a mother, they also need to run their families, and exemption for hazardous work, protection for decimal rights, and right to return to the same or similar kind of job, and nursing and taking care of their newborn babies, etc. Now, there should be also the safe working environment. So healthy and safe environment at workplace is very important. The thing is that the safe workplace, provision of free protective equipment, safety training, labor inception, and occupational safety, and also health related safety issues are need to be checked upon. The other will be employment and sickness accidents and the social security. So sickness and employment injuries are should be considered under as paid sick leaves, and there should be an access to free medical care, and employment during security, illness, work injury, disability benefits, survivors benefits, all should be given to the laborers. Now when we come to social security, so there would be old age pensions, invalidity of benefits, survivors benefit, and sometimes unemployment benefits, which is mostly referred to the old age people or the senior citizens. This should be there. And sometimes people also face forced labor. Now what is forced labor? It totally turns out to be a negative thing, but forced labor is that workers ability to terminate employment and limit to maximum overtime hours. We as If we make it understand to a layman, so there should be not forced work hours for laborers. And the last which we would be discussing are the social dialogues and the union trades, which are all this is very vague, and this is very famous, all must have seen around. So they which this consists of the right to form and join unions, the right to bargain collectively, and the most tragic here is the right to strike. That would be all in today's video. Thank you.